Hey, what is up guys? It's Tristan from Let's Talk Habs. Today I'm bringing you the first video on this channel. So it is going to be a 2019-2020 Habs lineup prediction video. So today I have 3 lineups for you guys that I have predicted. I'm hoping they're going to be right, one of the 3 anyway. So let's get right into it. So for possible lineup number 1 here, we have the Tatar, Denault, Gallagher line all intact. I think that's probably how it's going to be. They did a really good job last year shutting down top lines all across the league, you name it. Tavares, Stamkos, all of those guys got shut down. I believe they had the best goals against average out of any top line in the NHL. So obviously they can do work against top lines that can do work against goalies. So they are going to be the best shutdown line again this year, I believe, and hopefully make some room for the second line to go to work here. So the second line, this is 1 out of 3 obviously. This is the one I hope we're going to go with the most. We've got Domi, Kotkaniemi, and Drouin. So last year Domi and Drouin played a little bit together about the first half of the season. They tore it up for a while there until they didn't. But I think if we move Domi to the wing and we put Drouin on his offside and Kotkaniemi in the middle, I think that's going to be a really lethal line. And especially if they're playing against other second lines instead of first lines, I think they're really going to do some damage. Obviously Kotkaniemi bulked up over the summer. I saw a video of him and he was in a pool, and he definitely looks like he's hovering right around 200 or 210 pounds now. So hopefully he'll be, he really needs this move in the roster. He really needs to move up to be playing against top 6 guys instead of bottom 6 guys. I think it'll really help his development, and hopefully he'll put up some points with Domi and Drouin on his wing. So for the third line we have here, I really like this third line. We have Paling, or Poling, however you'd like to pronounce it, in the center, playing with Byron and Lehkonen. So I think that Paling would thrive at a third center role. I really don't want to play him if he's going to play fourth center. I don't think it'll be very good for his development. I'd rather him play in the AHL if that's what's going to happen. And especially with Lehkonen and Byron on his wing, Byron and Lehkonen both really good penalty killers. I think Paling was really good penalty killing in the college league he was playing, so let's see if that correlates to the NHL, and if it does, hopefully he's gonna be doing good there, and that could be our first penalty kill line, who knows. And then as far as fourth lines go here, this would be a really solid one. So we have Thompson in the middle, being winged by Wheel and Armia. So I think that Wheel and Armia would be excellent fourth line wingers. Wheel, I think, could play nearly anywhere in the lineup, the bottom 3 lines. I don't know if he'd crack the first line if there was an injury, but he's definitely versatile like that. And Armia too, he should not be playing this low. We just have so much talent up the roster here that it would be really hard to slot him in unless he plays excellent. And for all of the lineups here, we have the same D. Everything on the D core is the same, and the same goaltender lines as well. So we have Mete and Weber as our first pairing. Obviously, I think that's the best we can do there. Weber being a really good shutdown guy and being able to put up the body, and Mete being a really good puck-moving defenseman. Still has yet to get his first goal in the NHL, but it's definitely coming. I'm hoping he's getting it this year. If not, I'll be a little scared for him. That'll probably be like close to 200 games without a goal if he makes it all the way this year. That'll be scary. And then second line is going to be very good as well. Petrie, obviously, showing that he could be a first line defenseman for a worse team than we have, but luckily we've got Weber, and he showed that he can also put up points when Weber's not here. So worst case scenario, Weber gets injured again, we know we can rely on Petrie. And Petrie and Chariot, I don't know how you would like to pronounce it, but they are going to be a very solid second line for us, I believe. Petrie, I think, will be stronger than Chariot, but Chariot will be a really good shutdown guy. I don't think I think he'll have a very good plus minus this year, along with Petrie. Petrie had the best of his career last year, I believe. And then as far as third lines go, this one ain't too bad. Juleson, I feel if we didn't have Petrie, he could easily play second pairing there. And Kulak, I think that's probably right about a good spot for him. He could definitely play second pairing as well, but I think this is a really good spot for him right now. And then Price and Kincaid, that's pretty standard. Kincaid, I was really happy with that pickup. I think he's going to do wonders for Montreal, and I think if we make the playoffs this year, he'll be one of the reasons why we do. Obviously, Niemi wasn't playing the best for us at the end of the last year. He was kind of slacking a little bit. I think if he would have won a couple more games, we probably would have made the playoffs, which definitely sucks. But Kincaid, I think he can definitely be a solid backup, and worst comes to worst, again, if Price gets injured, he can definitely step in there and hopefully win us a couple games. And then, so that was lineup 1. Tell me what you thought of that one, if you think I think of any of them, that's probably going to be the most likely one we see. Maybe minus Kotkaniemi, maybe he might play third and then move the centers down accordingly. But moving on with possible lineup number 2, we see that come to fruition. So once again, the first line stays the same there, good solid shutdown line. And then this is where it kind of mixes up a little bit. We have Drouin still playing center, which obviously was one of the factors causing to his breakout year this year, which was very great. And then he is going to be playing with Drouin, I think. So hopefully that's they played really well. I hope if they play like they were at the start of last season, and they play like that the whole season, we should be golden. And I think Byron will just add that extra bit of elusiveness to that line that'll make it really good. I think Byron also can be one of those guys who can play anywhere in our lineup, obviously going from third line, second line, even fourth line if he's not playing too great. But I think second line will be a really good home for him. Last year he had a bit of a down year. He struggled with injuries a little bit, but obviously being 5'0", 160 pounds, that's going to happen. But that's why he's great. He's really speedy. He's really good on the penalty kill. He gets a lot of shorties. So hopefully he can do that with this line, and hopefully put in a couple regular, 5-on-5. And then third line, we got Lehkonen and Kotkaniemi and Armia, also known as the finish line. They had that going on there a bit near the start of the year, middle of the year, I believe. That was working pretty good, but I think this year with Kotkaniemi being bigger, being a bit more of a better playmaker, I think he will be this year. I think that'll make that line just that much better, and being able to feed Lehkonen. Lehkonen was definitely having troubles getting goals last year. But I think if Kotkaniemi is centering him this year, and if he's just giving it to him right in the sweet spots, I think he should have no problem scoring. And then Armia is that wild card on that line. You never know what he's gonna do. He could definitely fit into that line, I think, better than anywhere else in the lineup. I think. Personally, I wouldn't trust him in the top 6. He could play in the top 6 if there's injuries, but I'd rather him in the third line is ideal, I believe, for him. But with the first possible lineup there, Byron playing above him, I still want Byron to play above him because I think Byron is, when you get down to it, the better player than him. But maybe Byron gets injured again this season and we see him get his chance at the top 6. And once again, defensemen and goalies are the same on that lineup. And then for lineup number 3 here, we've got once again that shutdown line. That's pretty standard. I don't think they're going to deviate from that. Maybe they might play Domi. They might try Domi first line for a couple games, maybe. But I think that first line is going to stay about the same there. Then this is where it deviates again a little bit. We have Domi still playing second center, but we have Byron and Lehkonen instead of Drouin. So I think the reason why they would do this is Kotkaniemi also played with Byron a little bit near the middle to end of the season, I would say. More like the end of the middle, really. And they played very well together. I think it made both players better, especially Kakiniemi. I think that just someone who can, he's just so elusive with his passes. Most of the time his teammates don't see it coming, so Druin, I think, definitely had the easiest time out of any of the players he played with of actually retrieving most of the passes that he gets and putting the puck in the net when he does make a superb pass. And along with Lehkonen, wait, no, along with Armia on that line. Armia, obviously, he can do his fair share. He can be more of that two-way guy. I think that line needs that can do what maybe Kakniemi might lack, which is defensive skill. I think not Lehkonen. I think Armia could definitely do a very good job playing back where Kakniemi should be, but he might be just a little too young to start doing that just yet. And then the fourth line, I have a little bit of deviation. No, I don't. It's the same. It's the same as last time, but I really like that I want to see what Cousins is doing. Cousins is going to be one of those players that I'm not sure about the acquisition. I'm not sure about it yet. I haven't seen a lot about him. I'm hoping Mark knows what he's doing. Good old Mark Bergevin. I'm hoping it's going to be a solid player for us. He's also one of those guys who I don't know where he's going to play in the lineup, so that's why I just have him on the fourth line here. See what he does. He could be another surprise like Wheel, where he was just not playing very good in Arizona or Philly, and just a new change of scenery could do wonders for him. And I could see Wheel playing up in the lineup too. Maybe Lehkonen playing fourth line. I'm not too sure, but definitely tell me what you guys think down below in the comments. Thank you for watching. This has been Tristan from Let's Talk Habs.